the NBA is starting to get hot. We're slowly creeping up to that point when beef is starting to heat up, when players are starting to hate each other, coaches, players are starting to argue versus each other. And today we had LeBron and Udoka going at it. What's up, everyone? I'm Jonathan Panda. Welcome to my channel. Man, the NBA is getting hot. It's been a crazy season so far, and we're still in the beginning. Only been about 1 month. So if you haven't been watching any NBA games tonight, basically on December the 3rd, the Lakers played the Rockets, and the Lakers came in and dominated. But there were a lot of drama. There was a lot of people going at it. Obviously, Dillon Brooks on the Rockets has beef with LeBron. I don't think LeBron has beef with Dillon Brooks, but the Rockets head coach Udoka also has beef with LeBron. I don't know how. I didn't even know till tonight. And he called LeBron the B word, or he called somebody on the Lakers the B word. And LeBron got mad. I don't want to talk about it. I want you all to listen and actually, okay, first, yeah, I'm going to play the video and then you guys just watch, see what happens. Here we go. So basically, this is the press conference interview after the game, the post-game interview. You're going to hear both sides from both people. So Thanksgiving. I'm gonna restart it. Thanksgiving. How much we enjoyed Thanksgiving. You see, LeBron has a lot of emotional intelligence. The lady asked, tell us what you all were talking about. LeBron said Thanksgiving. You guys understand how much emotional intelligence you need in order to respond that way? Because some people would have folded. They would have probably said, oh, he's just a hater. Look at him. He's on the sideline coaching. He could have been playing while he was in his 39th year of age, like me. Some people would have folded like that. So give props to LeBron for handling the situation like that. He didn't take it too personal. He's like, oh, this is the past. Let's just move on. And the lady was trying to get everything out of him. All right, let's continue the video.
Look very friendly.
Yeah, it was. She said, look very friendly. He said, yeah, it was. Man, that's why LeBron is the GOAT.
Well, you know, got a tech this year for dunking the ball, for trying to take a charge, and for, you know, talking. It's a wild season. It's a wild season.
He said it. Wild season so far. It's a wild season. Hey. This is Udoka now.
They didn't like what they heard, the refs.
Was the conversation with the officials, the JT, or was it LeBron and you?
Me and the player, yes.
See, Udoka, he also took it in a respectable manner. Instead of saying, oh, LeBron is a loser, sore loser, or he's a, you know what I mean, cussing him out, talking down on his name, he just said the play, he mentioned his name. Now, you can tell Udoka's mad. I would be too, because he's the head coach. And long story short, they both received penalties. Udoka got ejected out the game. Imagine being a head coach and you get ejected out of your team's game. You would feel humiliated. So I can understand why Udoka seems a bit more pressed, because he is the head coach. LeBron is just a player. Although he's the best player right now, Udoka is the head coach. So that's a little bit more embarrassing for Udoka, let's be honest. But that's what happened. But that's really not what I want to talk about. See, those were just a few exchanges from two people. It wasn't like they were fighting. And the sad part about it is that they received penalties for this. I feel like the NBA is getting weak. And I truly think so, because nobody punched anybody. LeBron did get up close to Udoka. Udoka did, you know, lean forward a little bit. But nobody scrapped. Nobody was bleeding. Words were exchanged. Feelings were, you know, affected. But let's be honest, nothing negative really happened. This is normal. We're all humans. So I think the NBA is getting soft for ejecting them, for giving them penalties for this. A reasonable consequence, in my opinion, would be a 15-minute break from the game, or being penalized for 15 minutes. or a quarter instead of the rest of the game. It just does not make sense. I think they should really change that rule of, talking back and forth. And yeah, sometimes it is subjective based off the referee, but for this instance, we didn't see any physical damage. We only saw the verbal damage, and to be honest, nobody really heard what happened. We heard the B word being said. We heard LeBron saying, "Don't use that word loosely," but even then, calling someone the B word, come on now. Like if you're a grown man and like, okay, yeah, they were both affected by that word, but like it's not like they were fighting about it. Like, come on. So the NBA should really start changing these rules up because I don't think this is okay. And honestly, this is a sport. So people expect this. This is what we want. This is what drives people to watch these games. For example, boxing matches. What sells the fight? When the boxers talk trash about each other. Just like these basketball games. Think about it. Why is Dylan Brooks even famous? Why is Dylan Brooks famous? Because he was talking trash about LeBron, saying, "I'm going to poke the lion." That's be honest, that's the only reason why we all know Dylan Brooks. It's because he started talking trash about LeBron. And ever since then, every time the Lakers or let's say LeBron is playing versus Dylan Brooks, everyone is tuning in. And it's a whole controversy issue. And after the game, you see on ESPN, First Take, they're like, "Oh, LeBron versus Dylan Brooks." All because Dylan Brooks started talking trash. So from a fan's perspective, this is what we want to see. We love seeing stuff like this. This is what drives us to watch these games. So the NBA officials, whoever owns the NBA, should think about changing up the rules. And honestly, ejecting a coach / a player out of a game will cause a loss of viewership, in my opinion, especially a player like LeBron. Come on. When you turn on a Lakers game, I don't think the majority of us are looking to see let's be honest. When we turn on a Lakers game, we're here to watch LeBron. Whether you're a fan or not, for the most part, you're tuned in, focused, skeptical on what LeBron is doing, scrutinizing LeBron because we know he's the star. Let's be for real. So ejecting him will cause a loss of viewership, in my opinion. And I've noticed that the NFL also does this. Like back in 2015, I remember there was a playoff game with the Cowboys back when Des Bryant was playing. He caught a pass and they ruled it like a no catch. And if that catch was ruled complete, I believe they would have headed towards the Super Bowl or the next playoff game, something like that. But they ruled that catch incomplete, and that caused a huge controversial issue. And ever since that game, the NFL's viewership / credibility has been going down slowly. Just like last Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts threw a pass to Devontae Smith, but they ruled it incomplete because they said he didn't control the ball. And it just threw my mind away from the sport. But yeah, the NBA should really reconsider some of their rules because I don't think this is okay. And they should change up the consequences, like I said. Instead of ejecting someone out, give them a 15-minute break or eject them for one quarter or half the game. That's more reasonable. All right. So that's what's going on in the NBA. Like I said, it's getting hot. But I also want to highlight some things about this game. So LeBron, he had a game. You know, he didn't play to his best, but he did show out. He had this one 360 layup. Man, he killed it. Hold on, I'm gonna look up that layup while I talk. But he made this one layup, and overall he scored 16 points and he had 7 assists. So that's not good for LeBronis. All right, I'm gonna play the layup so you guys can see. Look at this. At 39 years old, a man can still jump and play like that. Playing versus guys my age, playing versus 18. I'm not 18, but he's playing versus guys who are 18 years old. Oh, let me come right here. He's playing versus guys who are 18 years old, and he's doing stuff like this. Come on now. He's playing versus guys the same age as his son. Like, that's insane. So LeBron is really him. He's the GOAT. And his highlights for today's game wasn't all right. Like I said, 16.7 assists. But besides that, besides all of that, you guys remember how I said talking trash kind of sells a game? It kind of sells a sport event. Remember how I said the reason why we know Dylan Brooks is because of what he said about LeBron, I'll poke the bear? Well, guess what? Ever since he said that, he's been on ESPN, First Take, a lot of sports articles, and that's because he got his name out there. Well, I think Dylan Brooks is doing fairly well. I didn't look up his stats, but he played well tonight, and I'm going to be honest, he's doing a great job being an NBA villain. He's doing a phenomenal job being an NBA villain because now when you know the Lakers are about to play the Rockets, everyone is tuned in. Popcorn. Now, if the Rockets and Lakers play again, you already know a lot of people are going to be tuned in. Why? Because Udoka got ejected, the beef versus LeBron and Dylan Brooks. So the NBA owners should really reconsider these rules. But that's the news for today. And I'm excited for the future of the NBA this season. We're going to see what happens. But yeah, I'm Jonathan Panda. If you enjoyed my video, I would appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Because if you subscribe, when you log on to YouTube, my videos will be posted on your YouTube wall. So that way you don't have to go digging and searching or questioning, oh, what's that guy's name? I know he said his name is like Judge. Yeah, so just subscribe. So that way when you log on to YouTube, my videos are there. But anyways, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.